I
All
thought we were
right.
taking a chat nap.
You got too busy chatting. We're live from where are we live from? Oh, the crossroads of America. Oh, 1 hour. Ah, damn it! I didn't. There we go. Okay. Oh, man, I'm slipping tonight. I'm not with it. Right, live from the crossroads of America. A 1 hour talk show about, or it's not about. It's with shooting with disabilities or anything else that crosses my mind. We're at. You can ask questions. Just put them in the chat. Or email me at rickslifeasiseeit at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. We are broadcasting on gun channels and YouTube at the same time. I, I wonder if we can do Gun Streamer and GunTube at the same time. And I'll have to get four screens up, four little chat rooms up here on my screen. You know, um, the if you missed a show, the audio file is on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher. Normally within 24 hours of the show ending. All right, I have a Patreon account and a spread. Is it spreadsheet or spreadshirt, whatever it's called, account for T-shirts and coffee mugs and all that. So just want to top that in there, and I want to say hi to the people in the chat so far. We got Jason and Jason right now. That's it in the chat on YouTube. That's strange. And am I being corked by somebody? And we got Sean E. Honda, David Bolin, Rich White on gun channels. Oh yeah, Kingpin's just showing up on there. Yeah, and I put if you want to join the panel, I put the link on the gun channel side, and I will introduce my panel right now. The forklift man, Squib. How you doing?
Yeah, about this forklift thing. So it's like this. Forklift guy is, well, Night Strike explained this to me. He said forklift guy can be anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be the guy that drives the forklift the most, the guy whose job it is the material handler or ship and receiving clerk. It doesn't. It could be me. Um, it could be one of the process techs. It's anybody here with a forklift permit. But it seems like the forklift guy that's in the background the most is the guy that seems to know when I'm on air, and he likes to go drive around right by me. So forklift guy really is a lot of different people. So who is forklift guy? Now
I don't know.
this is an adventure that we can all go on together to find out exactly,
Who is
makes
he?
who is he? What makes
Yeah.
forklift guy forklift guy? But
Yeah.
no, I'm not on a forklift. I am near a forklift right now, but I'm actually inside of a machine. I'm in a very precarious place. If this machine had power, I would not be here right now because in about 2 seconds it could flatten me. But right now it's not connected to anything. It's a brand new machine, and it's covered in cosmoline. Not as bad as your Mosin Nagant, but it's pretty bad. So I'm crawling around inside the belly of this beast with some not too caustic of a dry cleaning solvent and trying to remove all this cosmoline. So I'll jump in when I can. I appreciate the invite, Rick.
All right, no problem. Uh, Real quick, we got John Brown Productions joined us, and we got the Snob's wife has joined us too. All right, next is Patriot in the Dark. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Rick. Thanks for the invite. I do appreciate it. Hello, everybody out there in the video land.
And then we got the David Kingpin Bowling. How you doing?
Hunting for the mute button as always. Thanks for having me, Rick. It's always a pleasure. Hopefully everybody's doing well.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Snob's wife gives you 4 hearts. Is there something we should know?
Yeah, Snob's wife and I have a very fantastic relationship. She is a fine, fine woman, and I appreciate every heart that she sends me. When I get a chance, I send her a bunch of roses back.
Okay. And then, blind shooter, how you doing?
I'm tired as hell, but thank God it's Wednesday.
Oh yeah, hump day. So there we go. All right, on with the show. I'm hoping my panel have brought some topics because I'm kind of low on them. I mean, I have one. I think we discussed it before, but we can do it again. It's about instructors. You know, in your area, is there instructors? Do you have having a disability? Do you have a hard time finding an instructor that will teach you? You know, not only like a couple of people in the panel here have sight issues. You know, I have. I use a cane and I limp and I got a bad back and I got arthritis. You know, I haven't tried any instructors. I've been slacking. I'll be honest with you, I haven't fired a weapon since I moved to Indiana. But I'm hoping to remedy that by Friday. I plan on going out and do some shooting if the weather permits. So there we go. So I mean that's one topic I got. Has anybody got anything else they want to ask or bring up? Oh, man, we lost Patriot in the dark and we lost Blind Shooter.
Oh, you didn't lose me.
You didn't lose me. I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
See? Look at that, Rick.
What
was the question?
Some jealousy going on here. Patriot got 5 hearts.
I had to jump over there. And I didn't even put him. Did I?
I told you she's a loving, caring person, and everybody should sub to her channel and watch Gun Gals on Sunday night.
And
it helps when you call her ma'am. That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
Because she's very nice.
So, anyway, so do you have trouble finding an instructor in your area to help you with your disability there, Patriot?
That's a long story. I did at first several years ago. It was a pain. I mean, everybody was down with training, no problem, until they found out, the last minute that I was a blind guy. So, I mean, you see that a lot, though, just because there's people that don't understand. I mean, that's why I'm here, is to kind of change the light and, shine the light on the hypocrisy. All those guys that shall not be infringed, and then they'll turn around and, but you would be unsafe, because they don't understand or, know any better. That does come up a lot. Now, as far as me, I went a couple of different routes, finding, a local guy that would do the training. There was one that was probably one of the biggest ones. He was semi fine with it, but he wanted a lot of information from others that had done it, because the first thing they say is liability. Oh, well, if I give you a license, or give you a certificate that says you're, able to get a license, then you're going to go out and you're going to shoot somebody and I'm going to be in trouble, which is a stupid thing, because that doesn't happen with a sighted person that goes out and does something wrong. It's ridiculous, but, they don't know any better. But so I ended up tracking down actually a fellow Marine that does training in my semi area. He's not really that close, but I went out to his location and did the training, the school, and he had the firing range right on his property, so it was pretty outstanding. But yeah, if there's anybody that's visually impaired in Michigan, let me know, because otherwise you will run across jerks. But ever since, I don't know, it might have changed in the last year or two. The range I go to now, that's by my house, is they've got a lot of training going on, and I don't know. I don't know if it's changed a lot. If there's been people that came through, they don't usually give me any issue with buying anything or going to the range and all that stuff. but that is a lot different than being a concealed carry person. So,
how much time do you spend convincing people you're not joking? Like, I mean, until we started talking to you, I would
yeah,
imagine that if I worked at a gun store or if I was a trainer and a blind guy walked up to me and was like, teach me how to shoot, I'd be like, come on, man, I got more. Don't be messing with me. I got better stuff to do than
it's,
listen to you make jokes.
yeah, and there is some tact with it. It's not, see, normally, a guy in my position wouldn't be telling and broadcasting this. I mean, it's different for you guys because if you got a carry license or whatever, you're a dime a dozen. You guys are cited; it ain't no big deal. You don't stand out. But for me, that's why I'm not on the camera and stuff like that, because I don't want somebody targeting me because, oh well, this guy he does this and he does that, so it's just like you would broadcast it that you're a concealed carry person, whatever. But there is some tactfulness of bringing it up, that showing you or showing them that you're actually serious about it, I guess. I mean, if you have trainers that go to your range or whatever, and they see that you come out there and you put in the time and you're not stupid like new guys that don't know what they're doing and they're flagging and all sorts of all the bad things that happen sometimes. If you could show that you're dedicated and you're focused on it, that might help. But then again, it just depends if you go to a place that has a trainer or something that might see you. Otherwise, it's kind of a learning curve. At least the first couple of people you talk to, don't get discouraged if you get turned down, and that goes for anybody. If you have three arms or whatever, there's somebody out there that will train you. You just have to be dedicated and don't, I don't know. It's weird with me because, not wanting to, throw it up to the wind and show everybody and, call them out, at their class or whatever, because I mean, you got to think if it's a big class, even if there's just two or three people, you're not only having to convince the instructor, you have to, have a disposition, I guess, that puts people at ease, because if you have four or five people, they might cause a scene or, just walk out or something. And obviously an instructor is not going to want that. So, there might be a private session, hey, could you just show me, gun safety kind of thing, start out with the easy class. I mean, you might have to go the long way around, but, there's ways of doing it. And if that's why I'm out here, if there's anybody that's looking at that or whatever, I mean, not that I have the answers, but I know a lot of people that have done way more than I have. And I've done a considerable amount for the time I've been in it. So,
well, if Rick doesn't mind me hijacking the show for another second, I got a question for you and Blind Shooter, because there's two different levels of where you guys are at in your visual impairment. But and Midnight put the question in the chat, and I guess it could be construed as a joke, but it's actually a serious question as well.
mm-hmm.
When you buy a gun, the sights don't matter, right? Like it doesn't. You can take the sights off or buy a gun without sights, and it doesn't matter. Or does the sight still have, is there still key points in the sight that help you figure out the gun and figure out your point? And then I would go the same question for a Blind Shooter, because he's at a little bit different level of impairment than you are.
Yeah, I keep them, stock as far as, I mean, I wouldn't, pick up a pistol that had, no sights and nothing on it, because that would just look silly. And I like the aesthetics of them as well. But as far as how the pistol shoots or, the firearm, it's really not that big a deal. I mean, I find If it's a pistol that has, I guess, a lot of curves. I'm trying to picture one right now, like a Luger, one of the old Walthers or whatever. It has a certain profile, but most of them, I can pretty much figure the bore axis and how the alignment and everything, from just feeling the pistol and stuff and knowing the pistol. But as far as the sights, I obviously don't use them. There was a time when I first started, was just shooting my 1911, that I would have a spotter that would stand behind me, and off to the side, and blind shooter can talk about it, what he's got. But I use that as somebody that's basically standing behind you. It isn't perfect with a pistol and stuff because it doesn't take very much to be off. But just as a guide when I first started, and I don't use that anymore. But yeah, I like to keep them, But as far as regular sights and night sights and all that stuff, iron sights and optics, they're all fad anyways. I don't think they're going to catch on, personally.
Yeah, but what's called Midnight added to that. He goes, some people, you might want a rear sight that you could use for racking it one handed.
Yeah, that is true. I like obviously everything on there because I like the styles of stuff. Just because I'm blind, I do I feel them and I know what they look like and that kind of stuff. But yeah, especially if it's it's one of the ones that you can actually use the rear sight like that. That's definitely something.
Yeah, I know you can't see it, Patriot, but if you look on my MMP 2.0 contact, that's the way the rear sight is. It's squared off at the front, so that if you have to, you can use like a table ledge or fence or wall, whatever, and you can push down the slot. You push down, and that'll hook on there, and you can rack it one handed.
They stole that from Honor Guard, right?
Well, they weren't the first ones to do it. There's been, but yeah, the same basic concept.
So, blind shooter, how about you in sights?
I keep the sights on it. One, for just a cosmetic feature. Two, because when I range, sights do some. Yes, really.
Okay.
You mentioned your shotgun?
Oh, you mean my custom Remington 870 from W?
Is he roboting?
Yeah, he's roboting. You're roboting in and out there, blind shooter. Yeah.
They're after him. He's got a really good video about his shotgun, though. You have to go to his channel and check it out.
Okay.
Is this any better?
Yeah. So what's this about a shotgun?
Yeah, cool. It's a red dot sight on it that customized from Stumpy's Custom Guns, South Carolina. I have to look up what state they're in, but it's actually hits Patriot because the guys that run and own the shop and did build are all disabled Marines.
Oh, okay.
But the red dot sight, it's mounted onto the left-hand side of the shotgun.
We lost you again. Why?
The firing line.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's the communists.
But basically, it's an offset red sight.
Okay.
Red dot, so that when he's lined up, ready to shoot, somebody can be standing behind him and basically co-witness it for him.
Okay, I got you.
So it's offset so that he's not actually looking through it. But he does have a video on his channel and explains it pretty good.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. But like you said, the spotter can look through it and line him up with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like then.
All right. You got any questions, Rich, that you want to ask? Since you joined us?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, no problem. If you come up with anything, just let us know. We want to say who we got. Unknown users joined the chat. Rob D. To mention to you guys, I picked the winner from Saturday's chat, but I forgot to tell you the answer to what was Haas's real name in the TV show. It was Eric. So there we go. It was unknown user won the prize actually, but
boy, he's getting rich.
I know he is.
He's swag rich.
I think he's going to have to be banned soon from winning.
I take weeks off between answering, so
unknown contest winner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
But his stuff did go out. I changed my internet around, my hub and my modem and all that stuff, and my printer has still not connected. So I actually had to hand write an envelope for him. So that's why, unknown user, you did not get a letter with it. So there was no accompanying letter, just a bunch of swag. So
yeah, and if you're interested in laughing because jokes are funny, go subscribe or whatever they call it to Instagram, and make sure you follow unknown users Instagram page or channel or whatever they call it. Hands down, my favorite Instagram page. The dude has got some seriously funny posts, so go check him out over on Instagram. Good stuff.
All right. Oh, Midnight Range has got one here for you, Patriot.
Uh-oh.
It goes,
Yeah, he's finally got a P.O. box. My YouTube won't let me comment anymore.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to tell him, I was going to say something about him having a P.O. box. He's after my...
You're having the same trouble too, Patriot, right? With the whole comment?
Yeah, where you can type it, but you can't post it because the jackass took off the post button. Nope. It's one of the 2 updates ago. And so basically you can write a comment and go to post it, and you can't get out of the text field. So, but you have a little 11-year-old girl that can push the button for you because they have it floating or something. I don't know.
But anyway, what Midnight said was, you should film yourself telling people that you can shoot because you have special targets printed in Braille.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with these things?
It's funny because I know. Did I send you? There's a company. I won't say their name, but because I was kind of upset the first time they put it out. But they put out shirts. Right, and they're for the blind. They're supposed to be joke ones about, blindness is because of too much sex, or all that whatever kind of jokes. But they do it in tactile puff paint or whatever, so you can feel it, and whatever. Anyways, they have one that's a BRA, right? So it's BRA. It's Blind Rifle Association, right? And they're doing it as a joke. It's got a scope on it and whatever, and it. Everybody that I was talking to is, oh, that's so cool. It's like, no, it's not, because they're making fun of it, but I don't know. That's kind of a touchy thing. But they actually have Braille printed, it's not Braille, it's just puffy paint, but, it's tactile. So, anyway.
If it says BRA, it's a lady shirt, and it's in the right spot, and you've got to read it in Braille, I don't think you'd be complaining about that.
Yeah, well,
Here, let me read this.
That's a whole nother thing, though.
Yeah, now come on, we got ladies in the chat too.
But that was brought to you by Squib.
Yes, that was Squib.
That's right. That's right. Hey, ladies can take a joke. Don't let them fool you. They can dish it out and take it.
Yes, but I just wanted to add any complaints whatsoever. Shooting left at center at gmail.com. That's where you email them all complaints. Shooting left of center at gmail.com. That's the complaint department.
If we have a second, I want to bring up something. Is that okay?
Go for it.
I'm sorry. The EDC challenge that I put out, I'm going to have the drawing Saturday on Rick's show. It's an extravaganza anyways, because he finally pushed out that little guy, Travis P11. He's changing days because it's too much pressure, I guess, preceding Rick's chat. But we're going to do that EDC thing. There's only a couple people that have done it, but I just want to get it over because I've got a different challenge that's coming up that it's going to be good. A squib won't like it because it actually requires you to. No, I'm kidding. I'm just picking on squib now.
To mail some stuff.
No. Actually, it requires you to know what's going on in your local area and to do some things. So I'm not going to put it all out there because I haven't posted the video yet. But
all right.
But that'll be forthcoming.
Now, yeah, no problem. You can do that on my show on Saturday. It'd be great.
Okay.
Now, cause I'm hosting this show, I can still win, right? Because I've done a video.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
And the other thing is on the Wednesday chats, probably starting next week. I'm supposed to have a shipment of stuff coming in hopefully sometime, but I will start next week. I'm going to do a trivia kind of chat watcher giveaway for you.
Okay, great.
And it'll be the shooting with disabilities trivia giveaway.
Well, that's good. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Oh, I got some more swag coming from Alan Anchor. She said she was going to send me some.
Yeah, I purchased some stickers. So I got some stickers coming.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, she's.
And if anybody's going to the NRA show, I will gladly take the swag that you cannot carry with you.
Well, I'm going to the NRA show. I know that much. I'll be taking some of my stickers with me. You know. So.
Did they say where the 2020 show is going to be yet, or is that too early?
Oh, unknown user just said, Patriot in the Dark, I would have entered the EDC contest, but I didn't want to shame people with my high-end $10 knife, $20 holster, and $69 cell phone.
Hey, that's the whole point. It's to show
I
that
didn't show my cell phone on there, so
yeah.
I just said I had one.
Yeah.
You know? So, what was that you were saying, Blind Shooter? Sorry to cut you off like that.
That's all. I was just curious if they mentioned because I know when they had it in Georgia, they were advertising for the.
You broke up on me.
The NRA. Go ahead.
I don't know.
The NRA is in Indianapolis, Indiana.
The NRA announced its intent to return to Indianapolis less than a year after April 2014, sign a contract. So I think everything I've been able to find so far, it hasn't listed what their 2020 convention's going to be hosted at.
Yeah. I know they're coming back here fairly quickly. I know that much. I read that somewhere. Within the next 2 or 3 years, they'll be back here in Indianapolis again. You know, so I said I'm going because it's only about a 2-hour drive from here. So
yeah, I'd stay away from the Hooters though, because I got lost trying to find that place in Indianapolis.
What, Hooters or the convention
center? That was back in my driving days.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm hoping I need to get there early before I can get the handicap parking spots out front. You know? But it doesn't really matter because I don't have my scooter with me anyway, so, you know, I can park anywhere and just use the scooter to go to wherever I'm going. All right, any more questions, anybody? Or anyone want to ask?
I think I would hook one of those shotgun scabbards or something on the side of that. Not to carry one, just to show that you have one that you would carry, but you can't carry there or whatever. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I know you can carry in convention center, or that's wherever they're having it here in Indianapolis. We can carry in there.
Do you have a problem printing when you like if you're riding a scooter through, say, Walmart or whatever, and you go to get something off the shelf, when you get up off of it and stretch, do you find that you have to be concerned about printing when you're carrying?
Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, what I would do luckily, I mean, if I was using the Walmart scooter, I didn't have that problem. I mean, on my scooter, I had to lift the arm up, the armrest up. Otherwise, my shirt would catch on it and lift up and expose my gun. But normally, Normally, a lot of times, the few times it did show, nobody notices. It's very rare. I mean, like when I was in Rhode Island, they, technically you weren't meant to show it at all. It was technically, but I didn't worry about it. I showed mine. One time I even dropped my magazine on the floor. Some lady picked it up for me. No problem. So that was my spare magazine I dropped on the floor, by the way, not the one out the gun. But like here in Indiana, it's if you have a concealed carry permit, you can open carry. So doesn't matter if I show it or not over here. But yeah, I mean, it's. I guess let's put it this way: when I first got into concealed carry, I was conscious of it, and I used to, when I would get in and out of the cart, I would sort of look to make sure it was not there, or I would sort of like hold my T-shirt down or whatever I was wearing to make sure it didn't lift up and that kind of stuff. But after a while, when you get comfortable with it, you just let it go. I said 99% of the people aren't even looking at you. And it makes me wonder that my mother and father always used to make me polish my shoes. They go, you never know who's looking at your shoes. Well, they don't look at my gun. How are they looking at my shoes? You know what I'm saying? So, just happened. I just crossed my mind just now. I don't know if that makes any sense. But
well, they were looking at your shoes because they were trying to figure out what the hell was blinding them because you had them polished so well.
Yeah. So, but I think my father just wanted me to shine my shoes because that was his military thing in him.
Yeah, you gotta have self-respect.
That's right. That's right.
Don't go out with dirty shoes.
But I even do it now. I mean, I even now, if I'm wearing a pair of shoes that if it's not a pair of sneakers or whatever, I make sure they're clean and stuff before I go out. See? So I guess it did do some good after all these years,
Patriot, did you just use the regular Kiwi or did you use parade floss?
Just regular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 I use parade floss.
Did you spit shine it?
You can use spit, but water works just fine too.
That's what I use water. Yeah.
As long as you take your boots into the shower first, it was fine.
Yeah.
Shaving cream.
You break them down, you dye them, and then you polish them.
Yeah.
You could even put they had a neutral, I think, that you could put on top of it too if you wanted, but I only did that once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as long as you break them down
use
first and re-dye them.
Use a brush and some saddle soap to break them down. Or I guess you could use shaving cream. Yeah.
What did you say, Patriot? Re-dye?
Yeah. Yeah, because once you scrub them down to break them down with the shaving cream or whatever, it strips them. They get all shoddy. You have to re-dye them black. Yeah, and it's real black.
Patriot. Did you use magic sizing or did you use starch when you press your camis?
I use starch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hard as a board. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Niagara extra heavy or whatever they had. God, I didn't use the regular Niagara. I used like the heavy starch.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I could have melted fishing line inside like some of the guys.
Yeah. See, this is all Greek to Rich.
Oh no. To Rich, not to me.
They They don't even iron their stuff anymore.
No.
That's terrible. No, because it can't.
No, we
can't
dry
iron it
cleaned
'cause-
everything. What are you talking about?
Yeah. The maids.
Did you have somebody come pick them up for you too?
Me?
Jeez.
No, we went to the airport. Come on.
Yeah.
Midnight Range wants a food chat. He's asking me what I'm having for dinner. You know?
I made spaghetti.
Does anybody feed Midnight?
What was that?
Does anybody feed Midnight? Is what he said.
He tastes all the food that he makes, all the waffles.
Yeah,
he takes at least one bite out of.
They call it artistic, but that little round cut that's in the corner, it's actually a little nibble.
Well, let's
So
put
he
it this
nibbles
way. I've got this saying, because if you ever see, never trust a skinny chef. You know, I'm not saying Midnight's fat, but never, you know, you can trust him because he ain't skinny. You know? So, actually, I'm just having hot dogs, by the way, with some relish and onions. You know?
And mustard?
And mustard.
All right.
In between a slice of bread.
Because it's a hot dog sandwich.
I don't buy buns. I use bread. It's a lot easier, and it's the same goddamn thing. You know, a sandwich is a sandwich. You know? There we go.
You know what a good side for that would be?
What?
Green bean casserole.
No, bullshit. As I told you, green bean casserole should be buried with the lady when she died.
Nothing like a Slim Jim candy bar for dessert.
Yeah. That one's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's like Slim Jims or a candy bar. You know, you buy them in the same section as a candy bar. At the register there, they have the Slim Jims along with the candy bars. So.
Right. The only difference is Slim Jim doesn't have sugar on it.
Yeah, and the Inquirer is not a candy bar either, and you can buy that at the register too.
Well, I mean, you could eat it. It's high in fiber.
Yeah, General relatively saying he's having a fake steak, a ground beef patty, and a micro baked potato. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a micro baked potato. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I've actually got a bag of potatoes in there that I need to get rid of.
Oh, Andrew Faulkner wants to know, is a pork rind a chip?
Yes.
Yes.
Very delicious.
They're in that house, so I guess you can call it
that. Yeah, you got your way, Midnight. The food chat is initiated. So, Midnight, is a pork rind a chip? Let's see what he puts in the chat.
It's a pig chip, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's try it. Pig chip, yes, is what Midnight said. So he agrees with you. You know, I mean, for lunch I had a ham and tomato sandwich.
On white or wheat?
On white. On white Italian sliced. Right? Lightly buttered. Put 2 slices of ham on there. Put some hot English mustard on there. Cut some tomatoes with a bit of salt on there. You know, put the
butter with ham and tomato?
It's an English thing. Go with it.
All right.
You don't put the butter on thick. Just lightly butter. It's an English thing. That's how we eat sandwiches in England.
If you got stale bread, that's what you got to do with the butter. Helps.
Yeah.
Butter the other side of it, then you can fry it.
Yeah. Well, actually, when I make it, this is how. When I make a grilled cheese sandwich, I put butter on both sides.
Oh, well, I actually made Midnight's world-renowned grilled cheese sandwiches yesterday.
No cheese on my ham sandwich there, Andrew. You know, I didn't fancy cheese today. I got some cheddar cheese, sharp, but I didn't want to put it on there. See, and I do eat grilled cheese sandwiches too. Actually, I might have that for dinner tomorrow night.
I tell you, I made it, and then you sit there, you eat it, and it's like, man, I should have made another one. But I did make it just like Midnight says, and I'm not telling this little secret. So
On what?
I can't tell you. On grilled cheese sandwiches.
What was that? Grilled cheese sandwiches?
Yep. On how
What's
to make
what's the secret?
I can't tell you.
Yeah, I can tell you.
It's spray
tell you
cheese and a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to tell you, Rick.
You take 2 crackers. No.
There's a real simple way to find out the secret. Watch Midnight's video on how to make a grilled cheese.
Huh.
Oh, did he put one out?
Maybe.
I
don't know. He told me like secret. It was top secret. I had to sign for it and everything.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's a pretty swell guy.
I'm trying to remember if it was a video, if we were talking about it on the closer.
I don't know. You just have to watch all the closers, and if it's not on there, look for
Midnight's giving me the secret. You sprayed the pan with Rem oil.
No.
Yeah.
He needed your signature, Patriot, because he was identity robbing you.
That's
Each of you said the closer, and in my head I could hear a toilet flushing.
Yes, we are conditioned for that now.
Oh, whoosh.
And hey, this chat's gone totally off topic. You realize that?
Yeah, but still fun to hang out in it.
Did we have a topic? Because you just kept asking if anybody had any questions. That's not really a topic.
Well, this is.
Yeah. Well, why we're sort of off topic, on topic thing. People out in the chat, if you got any questions that you want answered on Shooting with Disabilities, email them to me. Either something you have, a question you've always wanted to ask, or something, just anything really to do with disabilities. Send them in to me because I need some. I'm running out of ideas. I really am. So I hope I can get.
I got a question that kind of ties in with David's question about giving you problems if you try to get training.
Yeah.
I mean, most people, I guess, unless you open carry or whatever, you're not. I don't know. If you're open about to the neighbors, anybody around that you carry. I mean, most people, I guess, being concealed, that's why you conceal. With having a disability, is that something that you talk about to other people? I mean, obviously I talk to you guys, but as far as people that I'm around, family members, yes, but as far as just the neighbors, no, they don't know I carry, that kind of thing. So I mean, I guess that would be normal even for a sighted person. Not obviously you don't broadcast it or whatever, but I know with me being in my position, I don't bring it up because it's I just don't like doing that because then it causes havoc, and all I need is somebody to start talking crazy something. And did that form a question, or did I just start rambling on and go back to Slim Jims?
You made a good point there. Yeah, I mean, I don't use my scooter as much anymore. Since I had the hip operation, I'm able to walk a little better without it, and and stuff. And but when I did have it, I mean, I still carried it. I still carried it at 3. I carried it at 3 o'clock, well, around 3:30 actually, in between the 3 and 4 there. And I said a lot of times the armrest of the scooter hit it anyway, so nobody saw it there anyway.
Yeah.
And I didn't talk about it. I didn't talk about it. And I don't talk about it here in Indiana either. But I said I could carry open here. I've been reading Indiana laws. As long as I have I don't have my Indiana license yet. I'm being lazy. Plus, there's a couple of bills coming through the state house that I want to see whether they make it or not before I jump in. But out of my other 6 or 7 licenses I got, I think 5 of them is I can use here in Indiana. And as long as you have a license from a state that then I could carry open here if I wanted to. But I'm not going to until I actually get an Indiana license, just to be on the safe side. That's what the law says. But if the policeman stops you, do they know the law? That's what that's what always worries me. So
yeah. Well, I wear shirts and stuff that are obviously gun stuff sometimes, so I'm sure my neighbors know I'm nuts. I mean, they think I'm nuts anyways, but so it's just the idea that if being in a position like that, handicapped or whatever, if other people know that you're a firearm guy or whatever, and to what lengths do they know that you either carry or you're one of those crazy advocates. And
I'm like you. I mean, as I said, I normally wear baggy T-shirts.
Yeah.
And a lot of my baggy T-shirts are gun related.
Well, I mean, I guess it also depends too on where you are.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
We're losing him again. You got a bad connection tonight.
Talking to me, man.
Yeah, you're up.
You're up.
Yep.
I was going to say, I guess it depends on where you are. I mean, if you're out in public and you're wearing a pro Second Amendment jacket, then people are going to know. But at the same time, do you go to work letting people know that, hey, you got a gun?
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you an example of what you do is you kind of feel out the location, the people that you're talking to, that sort of thing. I mean, obviously you don't kick the door in on day one and go, hey, Second Amendment. But I was cleaning that Cosmoline off the machine, and one of the tool and die guys came over, and he said, what is that stuff? I said, it's Cosmoline. He goes, what's Cosmoline? I go, yeah, have you ever cleaned all this nasty grease out of a military surplus rifle? He goes, yeah, I still got this grease plugging up my Mosin Nagant. I said, that's Cosmoline. He goes, oh, okay. Then we start talking about shooting Mosin Nagants and how much, he got his back when they were $99, and he had no idea they're running about $450 now and stuff like that. And, we just talked. It was real casual, and I didn't hand him a pamphlet. I didn't go, are you in the NRA? I didn't go, hey, are you going to be at the rally? Or I just gradually, and I think last Saturday when I was on your show, Rick, we were talking about different, and one of the guys overheard me. He comes up to me, and I, of course, mute, and he starts talking to me about, yeah, I'd like to have a 1911, and he thinks I'm on the phone with somebody talking about guns, but, then we start just talking guns. So, I mean, there's little subtle ways that you can bring things up, and you get to find out who either has a gun or who is pro Second Amendment sometimes. And even if they aren't, like last month when I was walking, and that woman said, "What do you have a gun on for?" She was walking her dog, I was walking my dog, and it was a really good conversation. But you are going to run into those times where you're going to get the dirty look, or you're going to get this, or you're going to get that, and you don't grab everybody you walk past and go, hey, Second Amendment, but you just I mean, it's no different than bringing up sports or what was on the, some TV show or something like that with the people you work with. Like, you just get to know who, I don't know. You just open up the conversation. If they go, hey, I don't watch sports, or I don't watch that TV show. Okay, well, the conversation's over.
Hey, Squib, you got to open that door up and get some ventilation in there, buddy.
When I worked at Greyhound,
I don't know what question he was answering, but that was a good answer.
Yeah. And when I worked at Greyhound, myself and a bunch of the drivers, we used to talk about guns right there in the terminal where all the passengers walking around us, and they would just give us looks. And everybody knew that the shop steward carried a gun on him whenever he was going to Baltimore.
Yeah.
I was in Walmart in the sporting goods department, not buying anything, but I was walking through there, and there's a bunch of Walmart employees standing in the aisle, and there's one in the middle, and they're all in a circle around her, and she's talking about CPLs, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I walked up and I said, hi, I couldn't help but overhear you guys. You were talking about CPLs. She said, yeah, we were. I said, so Walmart's allowing employees to conceal carry at work? She goes, what are you talking about? I said, CPL, it's a concealed pistol license. And she goes, no. It's their acronym for like being late to work or something. I guess you have 11 CPLs every 6 months or whatever it is or something. And you know, it's like, oh, okay. And she goes, no, the company can't take on that sort of liability. And I decided to go ahead and drop it. I wasn't going to be there going, well, you know, you should. I mean, she's just a floor manager. She's not even the store manager. She's just like a department manager. Like, she sets corporate policy or can decide this. Not to mention, I kind of got the feeling that maybe they were a little uncomfortable with me saying that. But I mean, they didn't say get out of my store or have security follow me or nothing. Like, you know, just play it off nice and easy. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood the acronym that you were using. It also means this, you know.
Yeah. But also, I think also with that, I think if people, if you're walking like I said, I'm in a scooter or I'm walking badly I'm walking with my cane and stuff, and it makes people. I mean, people know I was carrying them. I think they would think twice about it, you know, because they only think of normal people carrying a gun, you know. Is the impression I get anyway when I'm out there and about. But I don't tell them I'm carrying, you know. As I said, I mean, Travis T said, I don't tell people unless there's an opportunity to talk to someone about carrying or safety. Yeah, if somebody, I mean, it all depends how the conversation's going, even if we're talking about guns, I don't say, well, I'm carrying right now. You know, I don't even say that. I just talk, you know, really, for one, it's none of their business if I'm carrying or not.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah. Oh, real quick, let me answer this one question. Jason Stewart's asking me, does Indiana have constitutional carry in the works? There's a bill in committee right now. Whether it goes any further, I don't know. I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping with Kentucky getting it there, it will kick their ass in gear, but there's no telling. So, all right. Who was going to speak before I cut him off? Anybody? No? Oh, while we're at it then, I'll keep on talking, is because we're getting close to the 8 o'clock hour here, is for everybody, I always do my Saturday question on Wednesdays. So this is an email question. Email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. And it was a real easy one this week. And the question is, in the TV show Dragnet, in the opening credits, it shows Joe Friday's badge. I want to know what his number was on the badge. So, and that's for a swag pack of that I have of stickers and patches for the winner. So, email me the answer to that. That's right. You win, Midnight Range. 42 is the correct answer. But since you didn't mail it, email me, you forfeit the prize. So, sorry about that. All right. Anybody got anything else? You know, we're going to start going through the panel then and closing her up. And we'll start with Squib. Any shout outs or plugs?
Of course, you would start with me. I got food in my mouth.
I can come back to you.
All right.
Rich.
Yeah, Sunday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern over on the Media Channel. We have This Week Unloaded, so check that out. And then there's also the closer. Where's Night Strike? Yeah, that'll work. I was going to say, where's Night Strike when you need him? He always misses his cue. But, yeah, and then tomorrow night, I believe it's Sarge's turn for the Thursday night at 9 o'clock. So check that out, too, over on C4 Defense Channel.
Okay, great. Patriot. Hit the mute button. As he walked away.
No, I pinned myself instead of unmuting, so I wasn't moving. No, just everybody make sure to watch Saturday for the EDC Challenge giveaway. And if you haven't done it, go do it. There will be a new challenge put out. I might put it out prior to the end of this. I probably shouldn't, but I don't want to cross streams, because it's bad, I hear, if you like marshmallows. Yeah, I'll be around maybe on Sarge or Gun Snob or that orange guy, or I try to stay up late enough to be on Midnight's The Closer, but that's so late.
It is.
I try to get on. Yeah, I try to get on the Daily Gun Show too, because that's a really good good format now. It just kind of, when you got that little kids going to school and all that nonsense. So, but yeah, I'll be around. Check out my channel, and I've got another one that I'm redoing. It's for a good military. Well, it's veterans, first responders, and their families. It's an organization. I did a video, but I totally dropped the ball and kind of veered off, and it was an opening. So on my opening video, it's an unboxing. It's going to be half unboxing and half just makeup video. So it'll sound all right, though. Maybe.
All right, that works. All right. David, Kingpin Bowling, any shout-outs or plugs?
Yeah, make sure everybody likes, shares, and subscribes Rick's Life as I See It, and tune in Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern for another show live. And also go check out Seven Wonders channel. He's got a sub, what do they call it, giveaway thing going on. He's looking for 247. He's pretty close. And if you've seen his videos before, he's got all kinds of really good gun channel swag. So make sure you go check that out. And thanks for having me, Rick. Always a pleasure.
All right. And Blind Shooter.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rick. You tune in on Saturday for the other live show that Rick does. And for those of you that are celebrating, happy.
Yeah, we lost you on that one again, Blind. You got bad internet tonight.
Probably them communist New Yorkers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right.
Was that a St. Patrick's Day?
I think that's what he was saying. You're talking about St. Patrick's Day. If we don't see you before, Isn't that next Monday?
Yes.
It's Sunday.
Sunday? Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
2 days after my birthday.
All right.
Is that a plug or what?
So.
Yeah. My birthday's Friday.
I didn't know Eeyore's birthday. Oh, cool. I'll write that down.
Yeah. All right. So we're almost out of time. I just want to say thanks for everybody for being here. And don't forget, if you like what you saw or heard, please give me the thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And all makes it. And I'll be back here on Saturday with another show at 3 p.m. Eastern. Oh, I got to go to the doctor's tomorrow. This made me laugh about you guys in Central Time, right? My doctor is in Central Time. I said he's only 9 miles away from me, right? I called him up today to double check the time of my appointment, and I go, what time's my appointment? She goes, 8:45 a.m. slow time. Oh, I said, okay, that's 9:45 fast time. She goes, yeah, that's right. See, Central Time is slow time. We're the only time that counts, Eastern. So,
yeah, they're all living in the past.
So there we go. I just wanted to mention that little thing. Oh, Blind Shooter never comes on the closer. He's too good, I guess. So he's left here already. So I don't know if he's going to come back.
Whoosh.
So you have to email him, or Patriot will have to put a bug in his ear.
Yeah, and the toilet flushing is so ingrained in everybody's heads now. Midnight's actually typing it into it when he's typing about his own show.
And think about it this way: it's a turn up because if you got a bug in his ear, most of Midnight's food bugs come in the food he serves you.
Yes, you know, and like the English dish, what my icon that everybody sees is made of. It's a British dish called spotted dick, and it's what it is bread pudding with raisins. Well,
it's good.
Midnight makes the same dish, but it's not raisins; it's the flies. That's all I'm saying. You know. So, all right. What's good in Colorado? The law is if you don't want CCW carries in your store, you have to put up a decal, and they didn't have a decal. Oh, I guess you're talking about Wally World. Yeah, I carry in Walmart all the time. I did in Rhode Island. I did here. I don't. Be honest with you, I don't even look for signs whether I can carry or not. I just carry.
Yeah, neither do I.
You know.
Yeah. The only place that I've been in lately where I didn't carry was like the DMV, because that's a
The
federal
post office.
Oh, you're not meant to carry in the DMV?
Yeah,
Oh
DMV,
shit! I carried in there.
yeah, the DMV post office, and then my doctor's office. Because for getting the physical, it's kind of hard to conceal carry a weapon.
Yes, like I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll put my gun in my safe under my seat in my truck.
See, what you do is when they weigh you, you tell them you're carrying and you leave it locked up.
Well,
so that they actually mark it down that you're a little less. That's what I do.
Yeah.
No, when a doctor says drop your drawers, you pull out your concealed carry, you clear it, you set it on the counter, and when his eyes are finished bugging out of his head, you go, Doc, you might want to go see somebody about that. And then you just, let him go ahead and put on the gloves and do.
Yeah. Well, luckily my doctor's a gun guy, so which is good, and because I'm taking in my form tomorrow to get my application for my special permit for a disability hunter here in Indiana, where I can drive on state and federal land and shoot from the cab. So I know it's early in the. I mean, most shooting seasons are over now, but I thought I'll get it done now. It's not a yearly thing. It's for life. It's a permanent thing. So I thought
that's cool.
I'll do it now in the off season. For it won't be so much of a wait for it. That's what I was thinking.
I wonder. You might want to check that. Normally you have to be a certain distance from buildings and all that stuff. Now, do they? Wonder if they have a provision for if you can't walk or some other condition where you could. Yeah, I guess you couldn't be in a shanty or something like that. That would be something different.
Yeah. Hell, I don't. Yeah. If I get approved, then I'll read up on it. Yeah. I don't know who shows up at 8:00 anymore because I know it's not Clover Tech. He doesn't do a show on Wednesdays now. But I know there's only 9. Do what?
I don't think there's a show on Wednesdays until Matt comes on at 9.
Yeah, the next show is Never Enough Ammo at 9.
If you're looking for a good show to watch Wednesday nights, nothing against Matt, but go and check out Roll Call 219, and he's usually got Night Strike 1 with him, and they do a little show called Rants and Raves on Wednesday nights. Usually comes on about 11 p.m. Eastern, so he'll run it up until the start of the Daily Gun Show. Go check that out if you're looking for a good show tonight.
Okay.
And when Rick's done, if you want something to watch before then, you can head over to Lifestyles of Locked and Loaded and watch the last hour of Hank Strange's show.
Or if you're really bored, you could go watch Rich's, videos on his channel.
All right, guys. I want to say thank you for everybody for being here in the chats. I really do appreciate it.
Oh yeah, real quick, one more time. I seen Blind Shooter's not with us anymore. But anybody who, and it may have passed, I don't know, but if you're an NRA member and you're trying to get involved, check out Anthony Calandro. Blind Shooter's been pushing him to take some type of position at the NRA. So check that out. Sorry, Rick, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right. No problem. So I want to say thank you all for being here. Oh, see, Sean's finally turned up as I'm quitting now. So, well, he was on gun channels the whole time, but he's just showing up on YouTube. So I want to say thank you all for being here, and I will see you all on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Have a good one.